What is going on, dreamers? We are live with Wipeout on the Dreamcast. I know, this shouldn't be on the Dreamcast, it should be on PlayStation. Although, this particular version is actually the PC version, which was ported over to the Dreamcast, I think it was the end of last month, by a guy named JN Martin84. There are a bunch of other people that worked on this as well. There's all the credits in the game if you're interested to see who is responsible for making this happen, but thank you to everyone for all their work on this. It's very, very cool to have this game on the Dreamcast, even though personally I suck at these sort of racing games. I've played a couple of Wipeout games before. I never played the original though. I played one on, I think, the PlayStation 3, and I also got the Vita game as well, and I was terrible at both of those. I'm also terrible at Mag Force Racing as well, which is probably the closest thing the Dreamcast ever got to a Wipeout game. I really do like Mag Force Racing, but I'm still pretty bad at it. So we'll see how I do at this. Hello to everyone in the chat, which is just Buzzy. Hello, Buzzy. Alright, let's get into this. We are currently in demo mode, but I don't want to play demo mode. I would like to actually control the vehicle myself. I find it more fun. Just out of curiosity, look at the controls. I like how they replaced the models for the controllers with actual Dreamcast ones. That's cool. Not a whole lot here. Bonus. What's bonus? Unlock Rapier class and bonus circuit. Don't know what any of that is. Best times, video, audio. We go for video options. Display. Oh, you can do anamorphic widescreen. That's also cool. Don't know what some of the stuff is. UI scale, show FPS, texture filter. Apparently this can go up to 120 FPS, which is pretty ridiculous, even though the Dreamcast can't technically output 120 FPS, so it's kind of pointless. But cool anyway. Alright, let's start the game here. I guess we'll go to the Venom class. Championship race, single race, time trial. We'll go championship. Okay, so this is the team or the vehicle? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't even played this before, so I haven't played the Dreamcast port or the original. I figured I'd go into this blind today and experience it for the first time with you guys. Alright, I'll just go with, I don't know. I don't know if there's any difference other than the name and aesthetic. Let's go with D-Rex. I choose pilot. Oh, okay, pilot. Hell, this font is so weird. Kel, not Hell. Kel Saldar and Adrian Tetsuo. Let's go with Adrian. Hello, Simon.
3, 2,
Alright. Hopefully I can change... There we go, I can change my view. I hate playing racing games in first person. Can't stand it. The first thing I do in any racing game is change my view to third person. Behind the car. Already hitting walls, so that's good. Kinda expected. What do the buttons do here? B do anything? Okay, I can shoot with the X button. A accelerates, obviously, and Y changes views. Can I use... Okay, I can't use the trigger to accelerate. What is... Is that strafing? I don't even know. I'm definitely gonna lose this first race, because I'm just trying to figure things out. Danger. Oh no. No idea if I hit that guy. This is definitely running really smooth, as you might expect. It's not exactly the most graphically intensive game for the Dreamcast era, anyway. But of course, Wipeout was all about the speed. Not particularly the graphics, although I do believe it's considered or regarded as a pretty decent looking PS1 game. Hey, Tarnish. I assume the triggers are for the air brakes for turning. Okay. I don't think I need to use brakes. I'm just hitting the walls to slow down right now. Oh man. How am I not losing a lot worse than this right now? I'm right behind a couple guys. I don't even think I'm last place because I think there are 7 other racers. So there's someone behind me. Ow, jeez. Okay, I just put down some mines, I think. Out of my way. Yeah, I assume the AI difficulty is gonna increase as I play. As is usual with most video games. Because they're not putting up much of a challenge right now, that's for sure. Regarding Magforce Racing, I doubt it's possible to be good at that game. I'm sure there are some Magforce Racing pros out there somewhere. I think I made it a decent way into that game. It takes a while to get used to the whole magnet system. That's what makes it stand out from Wipeout, instead of just being a Wipeout clone. I'm doing so badly. Okay, this is my first race. I'm sure I'll improve a tiny bit. This game I really wanted to like but never could. For whatever reason, I really like Magforce Racing even though I suck at it. Wow, 3rd place. Oh, that was not a missile, it was a shield of some sort. And I hate how you hit the wall and then you just immediately come to a halt. There's no forgiveness there. I gotta say the game is, well, I mean, at least at this point, it's not as fast as even Magforce Racing. I think it's faster than at least the beginning race. I'm thinking maybe the races get faster as you progress through the game. But I was gonna say I think the later Wipeout games are quite a bit faster than this one. Hey, Laws. You sure the walls don't have magnets here? They could. That would certainly explain why I keep hitting the walls. That's one explanation anyway. Alright, let's proceed. What's my name? Okay. Well, I didn't lose. So that's a plus. Jeez, man. I have no idea what these item and weapon icons are. I think that's the missile, yeah. Okay. I guess that icon makes sense. It's an arrow pointing to a circle. The arrow being the missile and the circle being the person you're shooting at. Sure. Okay, arrow with 3 lines coming out of the back of it. that a boost? No, that is another type of missile. Okay. So I guess anything with an arrow in it is a missile. Now we have a half sun with 2 dots. I couldn't even wager a guess as to what this is. I used it and I still have no idea what it is. What is that doing? Oh, that's the mines. Okay. I'm sorry guys, I am a complete Wipeout noob, in case you haven't noticed. I'm making no attempt to hide that. The last Wipeout game I played was the one on the Vita, and I didn't even play that much of it because I was so bad at it. I mainly picked it up on the Vita because it was a nice visual showcase. It looked pretty amazing on the Vita. Not gonna lie. So that's just a regular missile. There's no no tracking ability with that. Okay, now I have a zigzag arrow with a line above it. Apparently I can shoot people with it. Is that the shockwave thing? It's a purple thing. Okay. I'll figure this stuff out eventually. Okay, that's the boost. Gotta give props to everyone that ported this game over, because it is running very, very well. Looks great as well. I've not noticed any issues, performance or otherwise. I did notice the sound volume seems quite low in this game. It's not too much of an issue, you just need to turn it up higher than normal, I guess. Speaking of which, if you guys want me to turn the volume up, let me know. I don't know how well you can hear it. I failed to qualify. I got 3rd on the last one, right? Well, 4th is not gonna do it. So I guess they make me do it over again. Pure and Pulse on the PSP were my jam. Never played the PSP one. Is this the original soundtrack? I don't know. I assume it is. I'm curious how popular this game was on PC. Obviously it was a huge hit on the PlayStation, but how many people played it on PC back in the day? Maybe someone can Google some sales figures for me. I'm just curious. I don't know if there are any sales figures for the PC game. There might be. I mean, I'm sure the PlayStation version sold much better than the PC version, but... Hey, Milk Dust. $5,362 on PC. Is that an actual stat, Laws, or are you just making stuff up? It seems really low if that's real. Is it any good? Is Wipeout any good, or is the port any good? I mean, I'm not really a Wipeout guy myself. But people seem to like Wipeout. And the port is very good though. It runs extremely smooth. I have not turned on the FPS counter, but from what I've been told, it'll run at 120 FPS on the Dreamcast. Which is pointless because the Dreamcast can only output 60 anyway. But it just goes to show you that the Dreamcast can handle it. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Runs better than on a PS1, that's for sure. I don't know what the frame rate on the original PS1 version was. I'm going to guess 30, but maybe it's 60? Of course, this was also on the Saturn as well. I never have that in mind when I think of Wipeout. I think everyone pretty much thinks of PlayStation when they think of Wipeout. I'm sure there's an odd duck out there who thinks of the Saturn version immediately, but that's not me. Hey, second place. Not bad considering I think I was paying less attention to the race that time than I was the first time. Alright. I still hit the wall about 20 times, maybe more. But I managed it.
3, 2, 1, go!
What is that advertisement for? Cheesy treats for dogs. Mmm. Tasty. It's like Cheetos for dogs. Doggy Cheetos. I like the Sonic Adventure advertisement. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that wasn't in the original game. An exclusive feature for the Dreamcast port. Man, I don't know if they've done it. I don't think they have. But they should really mod the game with a Sonic-themed vehicle. That would be pretty cool. I assume they could probably add custom tracks and everything as well. I don't know if they plan on doing that. But it is open source, so anyone could technically do that. Be really cool to see like a custom Sonic vehicle and like a Green Hill Zone track. That'd be pretty sweet. Gotta get that exclusive Dreamcast content. This is not going well. 7th place. Oh, 6th place, okay. Hitting mines. Take that. As I immediately rear end him after I hit him. I tell you, I admire anyone who can play Wipeout without hitting walls. Takes talent. And I guess practice. Admittedly, I have basically no practice. How did I make that? Jeez. Okay, well, we're gonna try that again.
2, 1, go!
thing this isn't a take a shot every time PC hits a wall drinking game. Everyone watching this video would be passed out by now. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm trying to read comments while I'm racing. I'm not gonna use that as an excuse, but I am, just to let you know. I'm not trying to concentrate entirely on the game, which I should be. But I mean, I know for a fact, even if I stared intensely at the screen, I wouldn't do that much better. Oh, that was the non-tracking missile. Okay. I should have aimed that. I wonder what would happen if I hit someone when they were in mid-jump. Would they fall out of bounds? Then have to reset their car? Or hover bike, or whatever these things are called? I'm sure there's a technical term for them. I don't even know if you can go out of bounds. It seems like even if you come up short on a jump, it just kind of guides you to the other side. Hit this guy with my missile, and maybe, just maybe I can pass. Or maybe I'll be passed by that guy. Oh, that wasn't even a missile, that was a boost. This is a missile, but I completely missed him, so don't matter anyway. Ooh, there we go, there we go. Is this the final lap? Yes! Second place! Not too shabby. I did try and concentrate just a little bit more on the race, that one. Just a little bit more. I'm third overall, apparently. I don't know how, but somehow I managed to be third place. So I guess I should probably be using air brakes when I'm going around sharp corners, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I don't even know. Probably should have looked up a Wipeout tips and tricks video before I started the stream or something, but whatever. I'm gonna figure this out. Don't you worry. Probably tarnish. Probably. I do not have a good feeling about this race so far. I managed to pass one person though. Hey Elk, what's going on? See, I figure as well that the game's called Wipeout, so Aren't I supposed to wipe out? It's the name of the game. Well, I managed to complete one lap, not in last place. Something, I guess. This is going so badly right now. Although I find there's... It seems like the CPU players are never far apart, so you start to pass some of them. It won't take you long to catch up to the others. Case in point, I went from 8th to 5th there in not too much time. Come on, come on, come on. I'd actually be able to do this. 4th place. For a second, anyway. Come on, where's that other guy? I know there's a guy that wasn't too far ahead of me. There's no map in this game, so there's no way to tell, as far as I know, how far ahead or behind the other racers are. It's very realistic that way. This is a simulation hovercar racing game. It's exactly how it works in real life. Ooh, I see him. I see him. Out of my way. I do have a missile, I believe. I think. That's the non-tracking kind. Alright, where's the finish line? I just want to end this right now. 3rd is good enough. I'll take it. There it is. Nice. I will take a passing grade. I'm perfectly fine with that. Not a lot. I write for Sega Bits now. Oh, nice. I wrote about some of the Dreamcast Live news for a while. Did not write about Wipeout on Dreamcast, though. I mean, to be fair, it's very hard to keep up with what's going on in the Dreamcast scene these days. Like, constantly stuff being ported to Dreamcast, games being brought back online. It's like... you couldn't possibly cover it all. You'd have to make it a 24/7 job.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hopefully Wipeout 3 gets ported to Dreamcast as well. That's the best one in the series in my opinion. I assume that was on the PS2, I would guess. Or was that PS3? I'm very glad this game doesn't let you jump off the track, because I would have done it several times by now already. I'm very glad they made the CPU players not quite that difficult at the beginning, at least. Gives me a little bit of a chance. I haven't won a race yet, but I got second place. Not too bad. Hey, thank you for the sub, Joshua Couture. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Does anyone know if the PC version of this game had online or LAN multiplayer? A lot of PC games back in the day at least had local LAN multiplayer. I don't know if Wipeout was one of them. Be cool to see that adapted if that was the case for online and the Dreamcast. I mean, I'm sure someone could write a online multiplayer mode from scratch since it's completely open source, but that would be a heck of a lot more work, I'm sure. I think I heard about some people thinking about porting Sonic Heroes to the Dreamcast. That was made in renderware like GTA 3, so maybe? Possibility, I suppose. Anything's possible on Dreamcast. If you can dream it, they can make it happen. I'm just waiting for Morrowind on Dreamcast. Yeah, see, you can't go out of bounds. I would have flew right off the track there if you could. So at least they were forgiving in that aspect. Found some mines. Hey, second place. Am I actually getting better at this game? It'd be very unusual for me. Usually the more I play a game, the worse I get at it. That's how it works for me. Between this, Mag Force Racing, Star Wars Episode 1, I think I'll stick to Episode 1 Racer. Yeah, Episode 1 Racer is a surprisingly good movie-based game. Do recommend. Yeah, I didn't even think of that earlier too, because I was saying Mag Force Racing was the closest the Dreamcast had to a Wipeout game. But I actually think Episode 1 Racer is probably a little bit closer to Wipeout. Wipeout with a Star Wars theme. Although it doesn't have any weapons in it. So in that regard, Mag Force Racing's a little bit closer. Episode 1 Racer is all about the racing. Looney Tunes Space Race. Yeah, I don't think that's that quite scratches the Wipeout itch. Oh, it can be speedy, I suppose. It is actually futuristic turnish. At least, yeah, I mean, Looney Tunes Space Race, I think, aren't all of the vehicles in that? They're all hover vehicles, I think, right? So, it takes place in the future. I think one of the tracks is pretty futuristic looking as well. Although I guess Looney Tunes Space Race technically takes place in space, so maybe more space than future. Could be future space though. Yeah, there's Mars stage. Yeah, they're different planets. That's right. All the stages are different planets. I mean, I don't know if the game has a storyline or anything where you can figure out what year it takes place in, but it could be the future. And third lap and I'm still 7th. Not going well. The far future year of 2000. That is a very futuristic year. Could be the 24th and a half century. Duck Dodgers reference. Could be. I'm just terrible at this track. There are too many turns. Yetis crossing. I haven't seen any Yetis yet. That sign is a lie. Oh, that was horrible. That was ironically my worst race yet. Oh, game over. Game over, man. Well, I tried. I could unlock the Rapier class, I guess. Let's do that in the options. Let's see, what was it? Bonus? Unlock Rapier class. This is probably not gonna go well. Is there multiplayer? I don't think there is. No, because there's only an option to start game. Can I go into single player or single race? No. No, there's no multiplayer at the moment, as far as I can tell. I don't know if there are plans to implement that. So I assume this is a more difficult class. So this is probably not gonna go well at all. But we'll see. I wasn't sure if this class would have new tracks or not. But I think this is the same track I started on in the last class, so. Okay, is it just me or is this going faster now? I guess that would make sense. Higher class, faster vehicles. Yeah, this is definitely going faster now. probably does not bode well for me. I don't know why I have such a hard time passing people in racing games. I always seem to... I get right up to them, then I just rear end them. Man, that's the same exact place I hit the wall last time. I think there are magnets in the walls. It's the only explanation. Pretty sure I am not gonna pass this. Jeez. Man. Anytime I have a decent amount of time where I don't hit a wall, I end up just screwing it up badly. Well, I wasn't dead last. That's something. Alright, I am not going to continue this because I do not belong in that class. Way out of my league. Hey, Animated, what's up? Haven't checked out this port yet. You should. I mean, if you like Wipeout anyway. If you don't like Wipeout, then I guess you shouldn't. That's my recommendation. Alright, let me just do some single races. That way I can pick a track. Let's go with John Deca, I think. Have I actually already played all the tracks, or do you have to unlock them in order to play them in single race? Because I don't see any new ones. I think I've played all these. That's only it's only 6 tracks. I don't know how many tracks there are in the game. Alright, you know what? I'll just do championship again then. If I can't play any new tracks in a single race, then I guess there isn't much of a point. But yeah, this is a really good port, Animated. It's pretty much a perfect port of the PC version of the game. Runs very smooth. I've not really noticed any bugs or anything like that. I don't know how many of the features from the original game are in this port. I have no idea if the PC version has more modes or anything like that, or if this is feature complete. But from what is here, it's really good. Hey, Sega Database, welcome, and HE, welcome as well. You've seen the Japanese commercial for this game; it's pretty special. I can't say that I have. Really hope they add link up play. Yeah, I was wondering earlier if the PC version of this game had any sort of multiplayer mode. Because typically, a lot of PC games back in the day that were console ports, they would have had LAN play as well. Because it usually wasn't that hard to implement. Even if they didn't have like true online multiplayer, you could at least have a LAN party with a few PCs and play the game that way. Link is in the description, HE, to the GitHub page, which I think has a link to a CDI as well. I like to see Destruction Derby with good frame rate. I think I have that on Saturn. That's the one I'm thinking of. Pretty fun game. Hey, Smash TV, welcome. Oh, it's the same devs as this one. Oh, Psygnosis then, right? Interesting. Destruction Derby on the Saturn was pretty terrible. I like the Wipeout port though. I actually remember quite liking the Saturn game, but I mean I haven't played the other ones, so nothing to compare it to. Interesting though, I think, was it my video? Because I think I did a Destruction Derby video on the Saturn on the channel a long time ago. I think if I remember right, the developer commented on it. I could be wrong, maybe it was someone else's video, but I do remember seeing the developer or one of the devs that worked on the game commented on the video, and it was pretty interesting what he had to say about it. If I remember right, he said the Saturn version was actually superior in some ways. Wow, I actually won! See, that's the trick, guys. I just have to not pay attention to the game at all. And then I win the race. Ah, I figured it out. I was paying too much attention to the game. I guess that kind of makes sense in a way. Like maybe I'm overthinking the steering, trying to turn when I'm not supposed to. Yes, don't try and then you win. Exactly. That's what Nike should change their slogan to. Just don't try.
Shockwave. Missile. Missile. Shockwave. Missile.
Wait a second. Does one of the weapons in the game make you lose control of your vehicle? Or yeah, because I was wondering, because a couple times it seemed like I lost steering, and I couldn't figure out why. I think it's because of one of the weapons. There must be a, not paralysis, but whatever. A weapon that stuns you so you can't turn, I'm guessing. That might be the purple one. Yep, okay. Good to know, good to know. Man, I'm first place again, man. I'm gonna jinx it by actually noticing that I'm first place. I shouldn't have looked. I should have just assumed I was in last place. Hey Neon, welcome to the stream. The Dreamcast version specifically, your one of your favorite games? Clearly it is the best part of the game. Congratulations, man. 2 wins in a row. Should I just end the stream here? Should I push this any farther? I feel like I should just end on a high note. Alright, fine. Fine, I'll continue.
3, 2,
I feel like I'm pushing my luck, but I'll do it. This is a homebrew port, Neon. This is not an official port. This was just ported to the Dreamcast last month by some very talented community devs. This is a port of the PC version of the game. So obviously they wouldn't want to port the inferior PS1 version. I mean, graphically, obviously the PS1 version would have been far behind the PC version. When was the PC version released? I'm curious now. 'Cause the PS1 version was 1995, right? So I'm guessing the PC port was probably a little bit after that. Which would make it actually kind of early for a Dreamcast game, even the PC port. So definitely not surprising that the Dreamcast can run this without issue. What do I think of the Vice City port for Dreamcast? I have not played it. I played a bit of the original. I did a video on the San Andreas port. I'm so behind on a lot of Dreamcast, or recent Dreamcast developments. Only just set up my Dreamcast again last week. I'm glad you got it set up again, animated. Yeah, you got a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, as far as recent ports, Dreamcast has gotten GTA 3, GTA Vice City. It's gotten Doom 64, Wipeout. There's some other ones too. Those are the big name ports. It seems like almost every day someone's starting a new port to the Dreamcast. I couldn't keep my win streak going, but I'll take second place. I'm still first overall, so. You know, you can tilt your craft up and down, right? Looks like you do, just making sure. No, I did not know that, no. Now, if I try and do anything extra, I'm gonna screw up. I think I'm just starting to get used to just steering in general. I don't need to throw any new maneuvers in there. Oh yeah, in terms of ports as well, I forgot about, oops. This port of, now I'm drawing a blank. The Half-Life mod. Someone help me out here. Counter-Strike, yeah, right. Yeah, there's a Counter-Strike mod that someone is working on, although he's kind of slowed down on development, I guess. Lack of free time. But what he had done so far was pretty impressive. Technically, he was porting Half-Life, doing his own port of Half-Life, but then he moved over to doing Counter-Strike. Because obviously, Dreamcast technically already has Half-Life. The unreleased build, anyway. So I'm guessing he just wanted to do something a little bit different.
Rocket missile.
Yeah, there was a Counter-Strike for Dreamcast a long time ago. That was a different one. But that was essentially just a mod of the official Half-Life that was ported to Dreamcast. This is one that he did from, actually I don't want to say the ground up, because it's based on, I forget what it was called. There's an open source Half-Life engine. Forget the name of it that he ported to Dreamcast, and this is based on that. Yeah, I actually did. I live streamed that original Counter-Strike. It's actually fairly impressive for what it is. But the new port actually has working online multiplayer as well, which is very impressive. I gotta check it out one day. There's too much to play though. Like, I just can't keep up with it all. Like normally, someone will port something to the Dreamcast, and I'll play it like a year later. At least in this case, I'm only a month late to play this. Although this particular build is only... Actually, I think this build came out yesterday or the day before. There are some improvements in this over the previous builds. I'm not sure exactly what. I didn't bother reading through the changelog, but this should be the best build so far. Oh. Huh. You can go out of bounds. Okay, I stand corrected. It's kind of like the Mario Kart thing where your vehicle's carried back to the track. That's funny. So apparently I didn't go far enough out of bounds before for it to do that. Alright, well, third place. I qualified. Oh, I moved to second overall. I'll take it though, I mean... I'm improving.
3, 2,
I wish you would keep your car perspective. 'Cause I keep having to change back to third person at the start of every race. I wish it saved that. Oop, that was the wrong button. I meant to try and shoot the guy. Which I have mines anyway, so I can't shoot him with mines. Hey, Janice. I do not know if it supports the Rumble Pack. I've not tried it. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, though.
rocket, shockwave.
Man, keep getting hit with that paralysis thing. Very annoying. I mean, yeah, I guess it would be a good game for it. For me personally, I'd be, my controller would just be rumbling the entire time. I normally don't even have my Rumble Pack in my controller. I have it put away somewhere. I'm weird because I always have the Dreamcast microphone in the second slot.
Rocket, shockwave, missile. Rocket,
No, PSO did not support the microphone animated. Would have been cool if they had eventually released PSO version 3 on the Dreamcast if they added support for that. That would have been cool. But there are only 4 games on the Dreamcast that support it, I believe. 4 or 5. Obviously Seaman, there's Alien Front Online, Planet Ring. There's Propeller Arena, which technically was never officially released, but you gotta count it anyway. And there's a Mahjong game with online multiplayer that supports it. It was only in Japan. Oh, and there's that Kitaretsu Boys Gun as well. There you go. I think Animated and I are probably the only ones who even know what that game is. Animated's as obsessed with obscure games as I am. Ooh, I tied up Ariel for first. Nice. Ooh, is this the last race? I might actually be able to do this. Be interesting to see if I unlock anything new if I actually qualify at the end of this. And I should be able to get at least 3rd place, right? Well, I need to get 3rd place in the race in order to actually pass it. So if I do qualify for the race, I should at least be 3rd overall. Yeah, I absolutely sucked at this track when I last played it. See if I do any better this time. Yeah, I just keep constantly hitting walls on every turn on this track. This entire track is just one turn. It's more of a series of turns. A long series of turns. There are no straightaways. All turns. I tried to predict the turn there, that didn't work. Yes, the pickups do work. Sometimes I forget I have them. Jeez, man. Why do they put a boost right there, right as soon as you're about to turn? I mean, you're always about to turn on this track, I suppose, so. Oh, I need autopilot. I would very much like that. Why are you hitting the wall? I swear I did not steer into that wall. I haven't seen any other racers for quite a long time now. I'm not last though. I ain't gonna qualify at 6th place. What is this again? That's the mines. Okay, well, that did not work. Failed to qualify. Alright, well, I'm gonna try again, I guess. This track is so hard, man. Say no, baby, Nintendo Racer. I've never played F-Zero. I don't know how that... Actually, I shouldn't say that. I have played the Super Nintendo F-Zero on the Switch. Not played the later games, though. Don't know how they compare to this. Of course, the big difference between this and the baby Nintendo racers is that I'm very good at the baby Nintendo racers. Well, more specifically, Mario Kart. That's the game I'm actually really good at. The complete opposite of this. I need the baby racers. GameCube F-Zero is by Sega. You need to get on that one. I don't have a GameCube though. Well, I do, but it's broken. I bought it because it was cheap on eBay, and I thought I might be able to fix it. It's still broken. I bought it years ago. I do have a Wii though, so I guess technically I could play it on that. Or Wii U, more specifically. I'm never gonna win this race, am I? It just ain't gonna happen. I think they give you how many tries do they give you? 2 or 3? I got one more try after this. If it's 3. If it's 2, then this is the end of the road for me. It was actually 5th place for a second there. Oh, I actually managed to get 5th place. Oh, okay. Not that it matters. I mean, I could get 8th place, it still wouldn't matter. Wouldn't be any better or worse. Unless you get 3rd or better. It don't matter what you get. Alright. I'm concentrating here. I know I shouldn't do that. Slow and steady wins the race. Does that still apply to Wipeout? I hate that they put boosts right at the turns. Why is that a thing?
Rocket.
I just cannot make those turns because it just keeps boosting me into the wall. Every time there, I cannot steer to the right there and avoid hitting the wall. It just boosts me right into the wall and I have no control over it. You're probably right, Sega Database. I should be blaming my vehicle. It's not my fault. Definitely the vehicle. Well, 5th place. And I believe that is the... Oh wait, they're actually giving me another chance. How many... Okay, no, never mind. Man, they tease you. They say, oh, ooh, you can retry. No, psych. Game over. They can't just tell you game over right away. They're gonna have you hit the button to try again. And they say, nope. Nope, not gonna happen. You suck, man. You're going back to the main menu. Well, I think that is gonna be it for today, guys. I did manage to get a little bit better at this game until I got to that final track, and then I just crashed and burned. Oh man, that track is horrible. It's just a bunch of turns with boosts right before every turn. I just cannot avoid hitting every single wall. So, I don't know. Hey, I thought I did alright for never having played the game before. Could have done worse. I mean, I was technically tied for first place till that last track, so I'm gonna just say that I did get first place because I just didn't qualify in that last one. So I mean, even if I got 8th place on that, I wouldn't have gone down that much, right? I mean, I wouldn't have gained any points, but I wouldn't have gotten last. But they don't let you go, they don't even let you proceed unless you get 3rd or better, so whatever. Whatever, game. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today's live stream. I will be back, as per usual, on Fridays for some Worms World parties, so look forward to that. But thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, thanks for playing. Or, thanks for playing. Why do I say that? Thanks for playing. You're not playing. I'm playing. I guess I'm thanking myself for playing. Thank you. Thank you, self, for playing this game. Until next time, guys, keep on dreaming.